Alright, welcome back. It's been a while since we've done a grammar video, but we're starting chapter 5. Page 126 is where you'll find lesson 1. What is an adjective? An adjective is a word that modifies or describes a noun or pronoun. We've talked about adjectives. You've been hearing about adjectives. This is just a review. We're going to go a little bit more in depth on this lesson. An adjective helps you see, feel, taste, hear, and smell all the experiences that you read about. It gives depth. It gives imagery to your writing. So an example, extraordinary weather can cause strange events. What are the adjectives in this sentence? See if you can find them. If you're not sure, identify the words that you do know. So for example, we know that the word weather is a noun in this sentence. It's the subject. It's the subject, the sentence is about weather. What about weather? Our verb can cause. Okay, so we've gotten rid of these three words. What can it cause? It can cause events. What are events in this situation? It would be a noun. So we have two words left: extraordinary and strange. Let's look back up here. It's a word that modifies or describes a noun. So this is descriptive. Extraordinary describes the kind of weather. Strange describes the kinds of events. So our adjectives are extraordinary, and that modifies the word weather, and strange modifies the noun events. Adjectives add detail to sentences. So the first sentence, during a storm, a boat capsized in the waves. Perfectly fine sentence. You have your subject and your predicate. However, read the next sentence, during a violent storm, a large boat capsized in the enormous waves. It's adding more detail, it's adding more imagery. A reader is probably going to want to read the second sentence. It's going to help you understand what you're reading better as well. So it's just adding details. And adjectives answer the questions what kind, which one, how many, and how much. So here are a couple examples of what kind: a sudden breeze, a brisk walk. Which one or which ones, the first time, the last report, how many or how much, several, few. You can see the nouns after them that they're modifying. And this is possibly new information to you, but the most commonly used adjectives are actually articles. Articles a, and, the. And then indefinite and definite articles, we're going to break that down even further. Indefinite articles, a, and. An indefinite article is placed before a noun that names an unspecified person, place, thing, or idea. So a weather radar can predict an unusual storm. This would be a good time for me to tell you how and when to use a versus an. Use a before a word beginning with a consonant sound. A ball, or in this case, a weather radar. Use an before a word beginning with a vowel sound. An egg, or here, an unusual storm, or an unspecified person, place, thing, or idea. Hopefully that is just a refresher. And then a definite article, the. A definite article points to a specific person, place, thing, or idea. The 6 o'clock news predicted the tornado. So the, talking about a specific show, the news, the 6 o'clock news, it predicted the tornado. You can see the difference between the indefinite and the definite articles. Okay, and then finally we have proper adjectives. You've heard of proper nouns before. You may not have heard of proper adjectives, but proper adjectives are formed from a proper noun. Proper adjectives are always capitalized. So if you have your proper noun, North America, Honduras, you could make them into proper adjectives if they're modifying or describing a noun, such as North American food or Honduran food, or you're making them descriptive. So for your practice, you are going to rewrite the following sentence, adding adjectives to create better sensory sentences. Remember the 5 senses, it was talked about in the beginning of the PowerPoint. So I went to the store, she walked home, he ate a cheeseburger. The best sentence, not necessarily the longest, I'm not looking for as many adjectives as you can, but the best, most creative sentence wins. And I'll let you know what you win in class tomorrow. But don't get too wordy with this, but I do want you to be creative, but don't lose the meaning of the sentence. Sometimes people try to add way too many adjectives, and then it can become very confusing. So creativity counts, but I'm looking to see how well you add sentences, because these types of sentences, I went to the store, she walked home, he ate a cheeseburger. I'm getting tired of seeing these simple sentences. You're going to want to add more um, more details to your sentences. So good luck, and I will see you in class tomorrow. Have a great night.